Billy Joe Copsall. Hello there. Is there a difference between the treatment of Sea Org, staff, and just general members? If you keep in mind that Scientology is a business, then the Scientology parishioners, or the general public, are their customers. And those are the people they want to keep happy. So, through the course of training or auditing that general public will receive, or most especially if they start getting into any kind of what's called ethics trouble, where they're going to have to go see an ethics officer to deal with some problem or situation in their life or in relation to them, in relation to Scientology, during the course of that, they might, be talked to severely or sternly, or given a severe reality adjustment. In other words, get yelled at. But you're not going to generally see physical abuse or sleep deprivation or, real, kind of human rights abuses rain down on the general public of Scientology, which is why most of them don't think that the things that critics like me talk about are real, because they haven't experienced those things for themselves. If they leave and they start speaking out, they experience disconnection. If they get declared, and that wakes them up. But otherwise, they don't experience the same kind of things that staff members or Sea Org members experience. Staff members work in organizations, they're supposed to work full-time, which means 40 hours a week, or more, and it's often way more. So they will get, they'll experience things like sleep deprivation. There'll be a lot of high-intensity pressure put on them to make their quotas, make their targets, especially income targets. They'll be set where the organization is expected to make $10,000, $20,000, $50,000, before the end of the week, before Thursday at 2 p.m., which is the week from Thursday to Thursday in Scientology organizations. That's how they operate. So they're racing to get, their quotas met by Thursday at 2. And there's a lot of psychological pressure exerted on them to get those quotas met in the form of kind of harassing communications and disciplinary actions taken on them. They could scrub toilets, or they could end up having to clean or, renovate, stuff like that. But it's not generally real hard. Staff members in local organizations are not going to experience hard physical labor or much in the way of real physical abuse. When you move up to the level of the Sea organization is where they control every aspect of your life. They feed you, they clothe you, they birth you. And so they have complete control over everything you're doing. And at that point is when the kid gloves really come off, and it's, you better be producing and you better be getting, things done. And it's yes sir, which way sir, how high sir should I be jumping sir, sort of attitude in the Sea organization. And it's 24/7. You can get woken up 2, 3 in the morning, people knocking on your door telling you that you need to get up and go handle some situation or some created emergency that's going on. Or conversely, you never get to bed because you're up until 2, 3, 4, or 5 in the morning, or you don't go to bed at all, trying to hit those targets or hit those quotas or make that money or get whatever it is done that you're supposed to be getting done. And the Sea Org doesn't think twice about that sort of thing, about that kind of work. That's expected. That's what you're supposed to be doing. And then in terms of disciplinary actions, hard physical labor, psychological torment and abuse. I mean, you get yelled and screamed at. You can get thrown around. There can be physical abuse, not just from David Miscavige, which has been talked about, but I mean, for example, I had a senior executive, slap me one time, just backhand me. Not because I did anything that really deserved it. It was just this person was a bit nuts and decided that was a way to handle me. And that sort of thing, it can be. I've been around in the Sea organization when that sort of activity is encouraged, when that's how you're supposed to deal with people. So it's not an isolated incident. It's actually written into the policies of the Sea organization, which, by the way, the general public doesn't see. The policies for the Sea organization are not the same policies as what's issued to the public and what the public see. It's all confidential. In the Sea Organization, those are called flag orders. And the reason I bring that up is, again, it's another reason why the general public don't believe some of what goes on in the Sea Organization, because they don't see it, they don't hear about it, the Sea Organization members don't tell them about it, and so they never see or hear this. So to them, us critics are just a bunch of liars, because we're saying things that they've never seen or experienced. But we're not liars. That is how it is. That is how things go on in the inner circle of the Sea Organization. So that's the treatment at the different levels of Scientology.